Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me again. It's Dustin Nulf with Keller Williams Realty's the Dustin Nulf team and the Full House LLC, Pittsburgh Property Management. We are talking today about sphere of influence, how to generate leads from your sphere of influence, how to stay in touch with them, and how to do it without being super salesy. So one of the big things that really turned me off about being an agent at first, whenever I was first thinking about getting licensed, was the fact that I was going to have to sell myself and constantly nag my friends and family for business. And I thought, man, I don't want to be doing that. And I didn't for several years. I didn't. The only source of income I had was from people I did not know, which worked out, which is great. However, it took me a good bit of time to build up a referral base, and it seems to be, in my opinion, harder to get referrals from, past clients, people that moved out of state and that sort of stuff, than it is to get referrals from people I knew and have known for a very long time. So, as the market has shifted in Pittsburgh anyway, we've gone from, it was a slow market, in 2008 through 2011, and then it picked up every year after that. Now it's crazy busy here. And I know the market has shifted and slowed down in a lot of other parts of the country, but we're still extremely low inventory. Prices are going through the roof. People are fighting for properties at the moment. And as we've moved into that strong sellers market, I looked at my data. I was at a training recently. I think it was Jeff Glover was teaching how to do 100 transactions in a year, your first 100 transactions. And I attended that class, and one of the things he said was, we looked at where our business was coming from, and this is how we adjusted. And I thought, man, I haven't looked where my business has come from in like over a year. So I sat down with my assistant Kelsey, and we pulled up the spreadsheet of our transactions. And what I was concerned with is, where is my listing business come from? Because my listing business is my buyer business. If I got listings, I got buyers, okay? So I don't focus on generating buyer leads really at all. I focus on generating listing leads. So I said, where are our listing leads coming from? And we looked at our past sales in 2018, and we had done something like 25 to 27, I can't remember the number. It was in the high 20s of our listings came from past clients or sphere of influence. So it was referrals from people we already knew or had already done business with. That was almost 30 listings, okay? And we closed 98 deals. We probably closed 40 to 50 listings. So a giant portion of our listings came from sphere of influence and past clients. And then what I looked at was how many came from expireds and for sale by owners, and it was a minute amount. And back when I started, expireds was my only source of business. So we had changed drastically. We went from expireds to sphere of influence and past clients. So I looked at how are we reaching out to our past clients, because we weren't, okay? We were not at all, and we were still getting that many referrals, which was fantastic. But just imagine if we had stayed in touch with everybody. Oh my goodness. So that's what we started doing this year, staying in touch with everybody. And my focus became, how can I stay in touch with my past clients and sphere of influence? Because really, they are the core of my business. They will be here when others will not. And I want my future to rely on them, because I have my faith that they're going to give us a lot of business. So that's what I focused on. And I came up with two solutions, and we talked pretty in depth about one in a previous video. But my two solutions that we enacted this year, that we took action on, were SlyBroadcast and send out cards. And I'm going to tell you something, SlyBroadcast is freaking awesome. Look into it if you haven't already. It's cost $60 to send out 1,000 voicemails, and all I do is once a month I send out an update to our sphere of influence and past clients that is left in their voicemail inbox, and it says, this is what's going on with the market. If you know anybody who's looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate anywhere in the world, I can help anybody anywhere in the world by finding them a good agent and giving them good advice. Who do you know who's looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate? So then, we get past clients calling us with referrals, et cetera, Every month that I have done this year, I have gotten at least one referral out of it. The last time I did it, I got 3 deals out of it. Okay, one voicemail took me maybe 5 minutes to set up and send out. I got 3 deals out of it. 3 deals. So check out SlyBroadcast. It's freaking awesome. Now, SlyBroadcast probably wouldn't work as well if I wasn't pairing it with send out cards. So what I like to look at is, you guys got to think about it like you're a brand, you're Coca-Cola. What does Coca-Cola do? Think about everywhere you see Coca-Cola. It's not just in a marketing piece that you receive every once in a while in your mail. Coca-Cola is everywhere. It's on TV, in advertising. It is on billboards. It is on the side of trucks. It is in your local restaurant. You go to a movie, at the beginning of the movie, they're selling you Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola they're everywhere. You want to think about your brand like that. If you're calling somebody and asking them for business, and that's the only time they hear from you, they're probably not going to keep you top of mind like they would Coca-Cola, right? Everybody knows Coca-Cola. You want everybody to know your name as the real estate agent they should be talking to. So we hit them with SlyBroadcast. I tell them who I am. I tell them what company I'm with, and I stay in touch with them in SlyBroadcast. I also sometimes direct traffic back to my website. So I tell them if they want to send me a referral and they don't want to call or text me, they can go on our website at dustinnulfteam.com/contact, and they can contact us and let us know who they know that's looking to buy, sell, or invest, and how we can help them. So if they want to, go the passive route and not talk to me, they can just go there and send us an email through the website. So I drive traffic back to that, and I'm branding the whole time because they're hearing the repetition of the name and they're getting a phone call every month. The other side of it is I want to get in front of them at least every 3 months with something that's personal, that they're going to hold kind of close to their heart, that's going to make an impact where they're going to be thinking about it, right? Like I want them to pick it up and think about, wow, this is nice. I wonder where it came from. And then they turn it over and it's branded with my team's contact information. Okay, so in order to do that, I'm using send out cards. The key, like I said, is to pair this with other activities. Ideally, I want to get an email campaign going for past clients. I used to have one and I don't at the moment. But the idea is that I want to do three resources. I want to hit them with voicemails. I want to hit them with cards. So I got voicemails, phone call, direct mail, and email. So that's the 3 main pieces. Social media you could throw in there as well, because a lot of my past clients, I do end up friending them on Facebook, and I stay in front of them through Facebook as well. So there's the 3 kind of media resources where you want to be in front of your past clients in your sphere of influence. So this is what I would say is what you want to focus on, is getting a campaign, a structure built of how you're going to do this on a consistent basis. And if you are new, or you're broke, or you're limited on time, just do one of these. Just start with one thing, okay? And then you do it, and you do it consistently, and then you add to it. And once you're doing one, it's very easy, especially like if you have an administrator or you're in a small team. You can just say to the admin, okay, now that we're already doing send out cards, let's take all of those people from that database and put them on this SlyBroadcast follow-up. Okay? So we already have their information. We're already doing the one thing, and we've been doing it long enough that it's a habit and it's consistent. Let's add this to the mix. It's not going to take that much more time or effort. This is how we're going to do it. Now turn it on. Start doing it. And then as you do that, now it's going to be, email is going to be next. Okay, now that we're doing that, we're good at that. We've been doing it for a year. Let's turn email on. And the more touches you get, I think they say now it's 36 touches where you want to be in contact with people you've met. If you got 36 touches going on, they're not going to forget who you are, and you're going to get just referrals coming in. And the cool thing about almost all of these is that they're extremely passive. You do not have to sit here and be on the phone for 6 hours a day to do them. Okay? And social media. So those are like the 4 that you want to have a plan, a system in place for follow-up and consistent marketing. And we'll go back to send out cards. So send out cards is what we're going to focus on today. How do I stay in touch with my people without being super salesy and without being obnoxious and not having to do a whole lot of like phone calls and spend time doing that sort of stuff. So here's what it looks like. Send out cards. They've got campaigns that you can buy if you want to buy campaigns. Typically, I'm doing the simple stuff. I'm doing the cheap, simple stuff because I want to keep it simple. I want to get results, and I want to generate business. All right, so here's the card catalog, and I'll show you. I think I can actually show you one that I already sent out. Actually, I'll just show you how I make a card. So this one that I'm sending out right now, I'm doing it like today. One of them's going out to 99 contacts, and then tomorrow 100's going out. And it's a summer campaign. And what I try to do with send out cards is I try to hit all of my sphere of influence and past clients once every 3 months with a card. They also get a birthday card whenever their birthday is, so long as I have it recorded. And that way they've got something physical in their hand with my contact information, my team's branding on it. And this is what I did for this summer one. I went in here, I just found one of the summer cards, and I thought, man, okay, that one looks good. You come in here, you can hit customize. You can upend it if you want. If you want to do like a higher end card, like you want to do a big card, it's an extra 100 or extra 150 cents, right? Okay. You can do satin finish or pearl finish, or the standard paper. I just go with the cheapo stuff. Cheapo stuff's decent. It looks like decent quality card when they get it. And what really sold me on this was, like, I was sitting down to do Christmas cards last year, and I'm like, man, this is a pain in the butt. Like, it's one thing if it's just your family, right? Because it might be like 30 or 40 people. But I'm doing family plus business. It's hundreds of people. So we were sitting down and we were printing out. We were coming up with a design. We were printing it out. I think it was like Walmart or someplace. We were printing all these cards out, and then we'd hand, sign them and stuff them in envelopes. We were hand addressing them, stamping them, blah blah blah. Like, it took days for us to get through all these Christmas cards. And I thought, man, there's got to be an easier way to do this. And this is when I start looking and send out cards. Like, if I got my family in here, all I have to do is pick a card, set it up, and then hit send to family. And it goes out to the entire family. It's done. It took me under an hour. Sometimes, like, if you get good at this, you can do it in a couple minutes. And I'm going to show you how fast we can do this. What I did here was I ended up, and we're going to do this for the summer, and I'm going to send this out to everybody. So I picked a card. I just kept this generic photo in here because I figured, why not? I just want a generic card I can send out. And then here I was like, okay, I'm going to put, what I want to do is I want to, like, kind of keep it on the family level, right? Like, what I want is my people to have a connection with me and relate to me as a person, as a human being. I don't want it to always be a sales pitch every time, and that's why I really like send out cards. Like, you can create your message, but so you can make it salesy if you want to, but this works at a family level and at a personal level that you don't usually get from business marketing, right? So I picked this layout, and what I did was I threw in a picture, this picture here. This is my mom, so this is my mom, my kids, my nephew's back here, hanging out, summer day. This was for my birthday celebration, which was great. And then I write something nice in here, and I said something like, summer is the time for family and friends. Hope you have a great summer of 2019. And we do something over here. And we can write whatever we want here. And I'll put something like love the Nulfs. And then on the back, so I've designed my like ridiculous sales pitch one. This is my ridiculous sales pitch back. I like to shrink it down, put it at the top a little bit here. And it says, who do you know who's looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate this year? That's my picture, so they remember who I am, what I look like. Part of branding is like you want to be in their face as far as like who you are. Like you want to become like a local celebrity. If they see you in the grocery store, like they should say, oh, it's Dustin Nulf. Hey, how you doing? You know, that's what you want to get out of. That's why you put your picture on things. It's got our team information here, and then it says, we can help you find a real estate professional anywhere in the world, 100% free of charge. They don't pay anything for you to find an agent for them, right? The agent pays you a referral. And what you're doing, what your pitch is to your clients and past clients is, wherever you're at. I send cards to one of my past clients in India. I don't care if she's in India. She knows people in Pittsburgh. She knows people all over the world that are going to buy and sell real estate. I want them to know that if they have somebody, if they know somebody who's looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, they can have me find a great agent for them to make sure that I'm screening and getting them a high quality agent, and it costs them nothing. And that's the service I offer as a referral, right? And then that's how I generate referral business. So I'm going to find a great agent for you who matches your personality and gets you the best deal possible. So that's the back end of it. And like if we look at you can go in here and edit this if you want to. So if you wanted to remove this back end, this background. So like this background is just a photo. So what I did was I went on Adobe Spark and I created this photo, and then I pop it in here, and you can change the size of it and move it around. But it's pretty simple. So if I don't like that one, I can go in. I don't know where it's at right now, but I do have another background that just says the DustinNulfTeam.com. So when I'm not trying to get the referrals and I'm not trying to be too salesy, I'll just put the DustinNulfTeam.com on the back here. So it's just a card, like when they get the birthday card, it's just a card and it says the DustinNulfTeam.com on the back. So that's it. And then I'm going to hit next here as we've created the card. And if we want to mail it, I'm going to hit next. It gives you a preview, so you can just double check the card, make sure it says everything you want it to say and looks the way that you want it to. And if you want to send it immediately, you can do that. If you want to schedule it, you can do that as well. So if you want to go in here and you want to schedule it for like the first day of summer, I think is June 21st. If I want to schedule for them to receive it on June 21st, I go in here and I do that. And then down here, you're going to hit add recipients. I'm not going to do that because you're going to be able to see all my contact info for my friends and family, and I don't want that. But if I hit add recipients, then I can go in and I can select a group. So if I'm just sending this out to my sphere of influence, I can select that group and hit send, and it will just send it all. Like it's just done. So you see this video so far is under 20 minutes, and I think I've been in here for maybe 5 minutes showing you how to use this, and I've already created a card, and I could send this to 300 people right now if I wanted to with 2 more clicks. So that's send out cards. That's how it works. You can go in and you can create a campaign too. So that's kind of the cool thing about the campaigns is you can go in and create a campaign with 6 cards where you put all your people on those 6 cards, and it's all created at the beginning of the year, and then they go out on certain dates. That's awesome. That's great. I have been personally going in and creating 1 card at a time. So you see these campaigns are in here. They're only 1 card. So I created one for spring, and this is that campaign. So it's just 1 card. So I could go in here, put some eye candy, real estate eye candy in it. I said spring is almost here. You know what that means? The housing market is booming. Who do you know I can help? So this is like straight in your face asking for referrals. There you go. That's the other background that I use. So I try to mix it up. Every once in a while I just go straight for a referral. The other cards are just personal cards. It's just a card. Like my holiday card was just a holiday card. and then it had on the background, it had, so it's got, you know, family photo, just happy holidays, and then it's got the little referral thing on the back. So what I want is, I want them to open the card and be like, oh, that's a cool card, and if they turn it over, there's a sales pitch on it, but that's it. I want them to just remember who I am. So when I call, leave my voicemails, they can respond. So I hope that makes sense. I will have links for send out cards in this video and below this video. If you do want to sign up, please use my link. I do get credit for that, and that would be great. The send out cards is extremely affordable as far as a resource goes for you, and I would highly recommend that you check it out. Pricing for send out cards is free. It starts out as low as free, so you can get in here if you don't want to spend any money. This basic level is free, and you just pay per card. It's a little bit more expensive per card. So what I ended up doing, I did the enterprise model because I knew I was going to use the cards, and what you do here is you pay 147 bucks a month. It gives you 100 free cards per month. So you know I'm going to spend that money if I'm buying the cards. So it's pretty much like I'm paying for 100 cards, and I get a discounted rate on that first 100. And then you can go in and you can buy packages as you go. So like I did an elite package, so I got 500 cards at a discount. If you're not going to send out a whole bunch, then I would recommend that you do some low level here, and you just pay per card. When you get to the point where you're sending out 100 cards a month, though, you need to be doing this enterprise because it's going to save you a ton of money. So that's the cost here. Not so bad. You pay for what you use. You know what I mean? At the very basic level, you're paying for what you use. You don't have to come in here and pay for a subscription unless it makes sense. So again, check out the links below. Sign up for Patreon if you're interested in extremely inexpensive group coaching and some great resources. And if you're into send out cards, you know, feel free to reach out to me. If you're thinking about send out cards and you'd like some more information, just post a comment here at this video, or you can reach out to me through any other resource you know of contacting me. And I'd be happy to talk to you about send out cards and show you how it works. Thanks for joining me today. See you again soon.